Welcome to the Northeast Mississippi Rewind for week 10 of the high school football season. And really, Brandon, to me it's a new season because the playoffs start next week for classes 2A, 3A, 4A, and the academies. Brandon, a lot of big games tonight, had a lot of great matchups, and of course we'll just get right into it with the ranked teams. The Daily Journal large schools, number 1 West Point beating Caledonia. Number 2, Itawamba AHS over Pontotoc. Number 3, Tupelo over Horn Lake. Number 4, Starkville losing at South Panola. Number 5, Shannon beats Tishomingo County. Small schools, that's Ripley, number 1, beating Boonville, and a good one there. Bruce over JZ George. Number 3, East Webster was idle. Number 4, Baldwin defeats number 5, Walnut, quite handily. Brandon, a lot of playoff positions decided tonight. A lot of teams got in, a lot of teams got left out. We'll just kind of go down the list here of some of those teams who are on the borderline coming into tonight. In Region 1 4A, believe it or not, NeAlbany is a number 3 seed. 3-3 in region play. They had a non-region game tonight, but the way things worked out with Itawamba beating Pontotoc and Shannon beating Tishomingo, NeAlbany slips in at number 3. Tishomingo's number 4, and Pontotoc, despite a 6-4 record, a good turnaround for the Warriors this year, but they miss out on the playoffs. In 2-4A, Oxford with a big win over Clarksdale. Oxford, I believe, was already in the playoffs, but they defeat Clarksdale at the point differential, not enough to give the Chargers the title. I think they would have been number 1 if they hadn't given up a late touchdown. But Oxford, a number 2 seed there. And let's see, going on to Region 1 3A. Kossuth gets a reprieve. Looks like the Aggies might be out of the playoffs, but Moorville, needing just to beat North Pontotoc tonight to get that number 4 seed, could not pull it off, and the Troopers lose 32-31, I believe. So Kossuth slips in as the 4 seed. In Region 2-3A, Amory gets in there as the 4 seed, despite losing to Aberdeen. They get in because Nettleton defeated South Pontotoc, which set up one of those wacky point differential tiebreakers between Amory, Houston, and Nettleton. Amory gets the number 4 seed there. So that's those are the teams just sliding into the playoffs there, Brandon. Had some division titles decided tonight, but Baldwin defeating Walnut for the 1-2A title. Also, Louisville defeating Winona. We don't cover those teams, but they're in Region 2-3A. Ripley defeating Boonville for the 1-3A title. So Mac McCurry, in his 3 years at Ripley, is 3 for 3 in winning region championships, and the Tigers are 10-0 going into the playoffs. Which brings me to the playoff matchups, Brandon. Like I said, 2A, 3A, and 4A starting next week. Real quick, we'll start in 4A. Playoff matchups involving area teams. Itawamba AHS as a number 1 will host Cleveland. Tishomingo County as a number 4 gets to travel to Clarksdale. Let's see, Lafayette County, number 3 seed, will take on Shannon, a number 2 seed. Shannon defeated Lafayette in the regular season, by the way, 21-5. West Point as a top seed gets to host Vicksburg. NeAlbany, the 3 seed, will go to number 2 seeded Oxford. So that's 4A. In 3A, Amory, we mentioned, got in as a number 4. They get to travel to Ripley. Kossuth as a number 4 travels to Louisville. Aberdeen as a number 3 takes on a number 2. Boonville and Corinth is a number 3 seed. They will travel to Winona. Down in 2A, Baldwin, a top seed, gets to host Ackerman. Hamilton, a number 4, goes to Eupora. Walnut, as a number 2, will host against JZ George. JZ George gave Bruce a good run tonight, lost a close one, but that's a tough team there. And Mantachie earns a number 3 seed by defeating Hamilton tonight, so Mantachie gets to go to Bruce. So there's your matchups so far. 1A and 5A have another week of the regular season before they determine all their playoff seedings. And also in the academies, Hebron Christian in Class 3A. No, they're from District 3A, so Class A, Hebron Christian's in the playoffs, and in AA, you've got the Marshall Academy from the area being in. Let's just talk about a few of these games real quick tonight, Brandon. I was at South Panola, took on Starkville tonight, and Yellow Jackets put up a good fight. They actually got behind 14-0, came back and led 15-14 at halftime, but as South Panola tends to do, they did what they had to in the second half, and Tig Barksdale with a big night, 295 yards rushing. He kind of carried the load tonight for South Panola, so 70 straight wins for the Tigers as they pull out a 35-21 victory over Starkville. Brandon, you were out at the A game tonight, Aberdeen-Amory, and I kind of expected maybe a better game. I know Amory's been struggling, but Aberdeen kind of dominated, didn't it?
I think we all expected a better game. Actually, Aberdeen came out and just, like they've done all season, they jumped out ahead. They were up 29-3 at one point. And it's just hard to come back when those guys run and gun like they do. They're improving week to week. And they get Boonville in a game that should be a pretty good first-round game next week in Boonville.
That'll be a great game at Boonville. Aberdeen, this is a team that had won one game over the past 2 seasons, but new coach Chris Duncan now has them at 7-3. So a good job by Aberdeen. So those are the games we were at, and as far as these playoff matchups, you can find these on my blog. You can find them online there, just probably right below this edition of the Rewind. Real quick, the 5 stars, Brandon, 5 guys that had big nights tonight. Damian Hughes of Corinth ran for 117 yards, 4 carries. Do the math for the average there for me. 3 touchdowns against Alcorn Central for Mr. Hughes. The Ripley running duo of Michael Poole and Jaquise Cook, another big night for them. Mr. Poole had 181 yards and a touchdown, and Cook 174 and 2 touchdowns in that win over Boonville. Ken Davis of Tupelo, he's just having a big year. He had 9 carries for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns, and a big win over Horn Lake. And although South Panola, they're not in our coverage area, but I got to give props to Mr. Barksdale, Darius Barksdale, aka Tig, ran for 295 yards and 2 touchdowns in that win over Starkville. So, Brandon, that does it for tonight. And hey, thanks to the Moorville Trooper cheerleaders for providing us with this banner. Sorry that they didn't get into the playoffs like they wanted to. Had a tough loss at North Pontotoc, but we appreciate their team spirit and being our cheerleaders of the week. If your cheerleading squad would like to participate in this, if you want to have a banner up here next week, give Todd Vineyard a call at 842-2611. So thanks a lot for joining us, and join us next week for a special playoff edition of Northeast Mississippi Rewind.